Are we ready?
Yeah, bring it on you.
All right, and away we go.
A slew of guest hosts have taken over following Williams' ongoing health-related absence.
Speculation about her health erupted.
The Wendy Williams show is coming to an end after 13 seasons.
Wells Fargo has this guardianship petition keeping me away from my money. I want my money. It's not there.
It's a very personal and painful process that she's going through.
Well, who is Will? Yeah.
My sexy best friend for life. Can you please come? Please. I love you, you know. Well, I love Tito Puente. I love vodka. And the problem is with Wanda.
You love Wanda?
I love Wanda. She's my sister, but she hates that I love alcohol. You understand?
Wendy Williams hoping she can get her health back to a point where she can maybe one day be on TV once again.
Fans would love that. You know, I'm really happy that she's getting the help that she needs. There have been rumblings for a long time that perhaps she was struggling with addiction, but people are really rooting for her, and she will be back at some point.
6 years old in Asbury Park. I still can't believe that I'm the same Wendy.
I think some people worry about you and them losing you. Do you understand how enough people love you that way?
Next question, please.
I'm still wearing my ring. He's my best friend, he's my lover, he's all this and he's all that.
I love you.
I know what you've been seeing, and I know what the streets have been talking about.
If you don't hurry the hell up, because this ain't gonna take me long at all.
So you won't rush me. You took your goddamn time in the shower.
You had a lot of things to do. All right. I'm feeling real good tonight. I'm feeling real good tonight. What's up, everybody? All right. Sometimes I don't even know how to click in. Like, sometimes I don't know what to say. I don't know if I should be like, what's up, everybody? Hey, y'all. You know, sometimes I just really don't know what to say. But I do want to discuss Wendy Williams. I want to discuss Wendy Williams.
Welcome to the show. It's fun here at Wendy. Trail.
So, I've already done a video about Wendy Williams when they said the trailer was dropping. I never did a follow-up interview. I never did a follow-up. I'm shooting some documentaries currently, so I said follow-up interview. That's my bad. But I just wanted to discuss a little bit about Wendy Williams. The show, the reality show, the limited reality series, because I was looking at it like, oh my God, y'all, please don't end this. Give us like 8 episodes every Sunday, every Saturday, please. Like 8 episodes. This needed to be like a episodic event, not just 2 nights. I feel like 2 nights was not enough. Oh my God, I was so drawn in to this documentary. I was extremely drawn in. You know, doing the shit that I do, that a lot of us do here on YouTube. People come on here with no passion for this, thinking that they can just hop on and do it. But there are a lot of people that do this with passion, like Armand, like Funky Dineva, like Jason Lee, Tasha K, even though she's false sometimes. These people do this shit with passion. This is why she's being sued. She really do it with passion. And most of the time, these are the people like myself who had problems in school, who were very talkative, probably was told you talk too much, or you run your mouth too much. These are the people that was like the teacher's knucklehead, not the teacher's pet, but the teacher's knucklehead. Like, you driving me nuts, but I love this kid so much. I see something in this kid, type of thing. And that's typically the people that go into this type of thing, especially here on YouTube. This new wave of blogging, this new wave of giving you the news via Shade Room and giving your commentary, stuff like that. But these people are, first of all, they're inspiring to me, but we all, I feel like, have this, although I'm sure we all feel like Wendy is dead ass wrong for a lot of her commentary, like we have been too.
Even though there was shade in the story, I do. This is our show, though. That's what we do. Some of you might think that this is a seedy little show. And yes, we could be a sloppy, hot mess, but it comes from the place of a heart.
But she's like the mother, the queen of this shit. She was #1 radio host in the Radio Hall of Fame. One of her co-hosts was Charlemagne. And her and Charlemagne broke the radio when they were together. This is why he's so reckless, and he's #1. It's like a piece of Wendy was broken off and placed over at the Breakfast Club, which has turned them into #1. So it's like Wendy is like an unspoken mentor to us. And so looking at her going through these things really, make a lot of us feel really bad, sad. Like, oh my God, this is Wendy Williams, even Gary with the T. We look at her like, damn, even though there were times I'm sure we were like, this bitch need to shut up. Ain't nothing good gonna happen to this bitch evil, she fucked up. Looking at her on this documentary in the way that she is and the way they put this out there were some moments where I felt still that way. This bitch is fucked up and she probably deserves some of what she got. I mean, maybe I felt that a little bit, but and maybe not a little bit, but maybe briefly, because there was moments where I felt like she got to know what she's doing. She got to have some type of pause. You're not going to tell me her pause button is broken. Her stop button is broken. Like her slow down is off. It just takes me back when I hear some of the things that Wendy was saying.
I know what I'm going to wear.
Okay, so why is it out?
Grab some.
I don't see it. We're going to show you something.
Chanel.
All right, Wendy.
No.
No.
We didn't even see it yet.
I didn't even look.
I don't care.
All right, so what about the jacket?
How about this jacket?
No. I have Chanel.
This jacket is amazing.
No.
Can
Okay.
you just naturally say no for everything?
Yes. You do have Chanel.
Talk
Yes.
your talk.
Well, you wore Chanel the last time on camera.
I could give two.
You want to repeat the Chanel?
Is it new Chanel? Something we've never seen before?
So which Chanel did you want to wear? Your Chanel sweater or are you talking about your Chanel jewelry?
Please, go away. I don't care for her.
Okay, but why? Can you explain to me why you don't care for her? Because before you liked her.
Now
You
I
did.
don't. Now I don't.
Okay.
But also, in the same breath, I also feel very remorseful. I feel very sad, very heartbroken by what she is enduring currently. You know what I'm saying? What she's enduring currently is so, it's just so sad. Like, she does not look, first of all, she don't look like she got no vitamin C. She needs some sunlight. She needs some tan or something. She look like she has not been in the sun, enough sun. And a lot of light-skinned people in New York don't have that tan on them like mixed or light-skinned people do in Atlanta or down south. These mixed or light-skinned people up here are very light bright, kind of sort of teeter-tottering on the pale light side, not white, but like a pale light skin, yellow undertones instead of yellow reddish undertones like the light skin or mixed people do in the south. Wendy looks like she is she'd been dipped in the water and sat there too long, and her feet look even worse. Like they pulled her body up and left her feet still sitting in the water, and they wrinkled and wrinkled and wrinkled and absorbed some of the water. Her feet look so horrible. I was just looking like, you know what, I need to call a doctor and see if a doctor can tell me if these feet that you're looking at look like feet that are on the verge of being what's the word, not decapitated, but amputated. Like it looks like they're going to have to cut her feet off at her ankle or at the shaft of her legs. Like it's giving they are completely just like she's standing on them, but they just give like they're just on their wits end. Okay, and it's just so unfortunate to first of all see Wendy in this way, but not just to see Wendy in this way, to also see her feet like this. I'm like, these things look like something out of a cartoon, something out of a book, something out of a horror book, something out of a 1980s horror movie. I'm sorry. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. And then she has a nerve to be showing these feet off.
Mm-hmm. Let me help you.
Yeah. Yep.
So what did I say? Are you in pain?
Non-cure.
Are you in pain though?
I don't even know what's going on with Wendy. I don't know if most or 80% is attributed to alcohol, or if majority is attributed to some type of mental decline that she cannot control, or some type of cognitive decline that she cannot control. This whole story about dementia looks like it might have came solely from Kevin, who was her medical proxy at the time. Kevin Jr., as in Kevin Jr., her son. It seems like when he was her medical proxy, he was going to appointments with her, and upon going to these appointments, it seems like he heard or was told by one of the doctors allegedly that she has dementia, which is caused by excessive alcohol consumption. And the way the news would have gotten this is because, oh Lord, the way that I'm moving the camera, the way the news would have gotten this is because this documentary was able to be purchased on DVD by some link that Lifetime was promoting. So people were able, a lot of Hollywood Reporter, a lot of News, The Sun, and a lot of people, Daily Mail, a lot of news organizations purchased the DVD to see this ahead of time. Not only that, they probably went to the premiere of it, or was given, because it probably wasn't a premiere, it probably was given a early release to some news organizations so that they were able to, you know, do reviews and promote it properly. I don't know, or maybe this news was released to them just to promote the show or the documentary, the docu-series. But it seems like this news came solely from Kevin by way of being at an appointment with his mom, those two only. And nobody else in the family knows this to be a fact besides Kevin Jr. telling them this information.
In the fall of 2021, why did your mom come to Florida?
My mom came to Florida because we felt as though that her being close to the family would be a huge help.
Tell me about the doctor visits and what you learned.
And from just taking her to appointments and things like that, I was able to really learn more about things going on with my mother internally. They basically said that because she was drinking so much, it was starting to affect her headspace and her brain. So I think they said it was alcohol-induced dementia. Yeah.
And Will, who we will talk about in a few minutes, Will, it seems like he knows a lot about things, but he keeps his mouth shut a lot about it. And speaking of Will and Kevin does not think, Will, in Kevin's word, he believes, in Kevin's own words, he believes Will is a jewel. Now, saying that, I will say that Will is Wendy's second guardian, if you will. There's a guardian appointed by the courts who if let me tell it, Wendy was able to say who she wanted to be her guardian, who she trusted most, or somebody was there to get this information from Wendy. And it seems as if this person doesn't want to be known or noticed to anybody because she doesn't want to be taunted or bothered or by her fans or anything like that. Or maybe the courts appointed some governmental worker who is getting paid by the state of New York to be a guardian for this adult. But to me, it's giving that she was able to choose who she wanted her guardian to be. And if not, she was able to choose who she wants to be around her, because Will is somebody who she met from the nightlife. Will was even hesitant on expressing how he met Wendy. He wasn't fully forthcoming when it came down to it. It was a lot of gestures before answering the question, as if he was trying to get his thoughts together about what he wanted to say in regards to the question. Even adding, like when you ask somebody a question and you repeat the question back to them, sometimes detectives and in body language classes and classes of that nature, you'll be taught that could be a sign of deflection, a sign of falsehood. That could be a sign of they're not being fully forthcoming. That could be a sign of that. That's one of the signs. And what he not that he asked a question back, he had slow to answer the question, and also said something along the lines of, "It's funny that you asked me that because I actually met Wendy in the nightlife."
How did you meet Wendy?
It's funny you asked that question because I've met Wendy in multiple different facets. I've met her in the New York scene. I was being out, partying.
In the nightlife. I think he said, "I used to sell jewelry to them, or I used to buy jewelry for her or for them." And if I'm not mistaken, it was for them. Maybe it was for her. But they showed a picture of him and Wendy in the past at the nightlife, at the club in New York, and also panned in on Kevin for whatever Will said about Kevin. I can't remember. Maybe him and Kevin was friends or something like that. But it seems like the documentary was definitely trying to set the stage on where is Wendy and let us show you, and you guys come up with it on your own. You think about it on your own. We're just going to throw this out there. Look at the people that's taking care of her. Here you go.
I was being out, partying. I was commissioned to do jewelry for her. And then we just developed a relationship and a bond from there. It went from friendship to management, which was after her divorce with her ex-husband.
That's what it's like. It's like we're not going to get sued for putting nothing out there, and no innuendos. Let you guys create all of the conspiracies or create all of the chatter around it. But they knew exactly what they were trying to portray. Because the first thing Will says when he comes on his, again, like I said, Will would be considered the second guardian. He is her manager, managing her career, her life, and basically there with her all the time, damn near 24/7, even bringing her guads of cash when she's getting paid or residuals that she receives. I believe at one point Wendy was singing or chanting like residuals is good, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm tripping, but guads of cash that he tried to play like, "Why you got cash all around here?" And Wendy burst his bubble dead in front of the cameras, and they didn't edit it out. "You just brought me the cash."
Why do you have your money just laid out? There's a whole wad of cash in your jewelry box. Huh? Why do you got all this money just in the house?
Boss, you brought it to me.
I just thought that you would put it in the bank at some point.
Cash.
You got at least about 10, 15 bands here.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I thought we would have took it to the bank and deposited it in by now. No, I think that Will is putting on a front. I think that everything that he did on camera while the cameras were rolling was not normal and not usual of him. And because Wendy's not in her right mind and has a chapter book of pages just flipping at every moment in her brain, she's not able to call every little thing out like she used to be. She's not witty with it. And so she's slipping on saying, well, what the fuck? But she was able to catch that. You brought me this cash. So why you trying to come up in here while these cameras is on and show off, like, why you got cash everywhere? You got like wads of cash, you don't care about that? And then he even joked with her. You don't do that. Like, it's like a disrespectful kid and their parent. You don't joke with your disrespectful kid. At no point do you make it okay for this child to continue to disrespect you. Because now at one moment you're playing with them and at the next moment they're disrespectful and they play too much. But over here it's your best friend and you running your mouth telling them all your business and shit like that. So It's like one of those things. He's like, you love cash, don't you? Yeah. No, bro. No.
It's here.
Cash is king.
Cash is king, but you also got to keep it safe. You don't want to put it in the bank? You love that green paper, huh? Yeah.
Hey, Will?
Yes.
Is the cash here also because if it goes in the bank, it goes away?
Living in New York City and being from Atlanta, we're totally different. In Atlanta, we have Southern hospitality. We may have niggas that break into cars that are fucked up and evil and don't give a fuck, have no remorse. But I think that we have more up here than in New York. In New York, these people don't care, okay? They could care less about fraud and going to jail and doing fed time for money. Money is constantly on their mind. And I think that if you did a survey up here with criminals, they are more prone to get money, frauding, thieving, stealing, scamming, scheming, than to kill a person and take the money. And that says a lot. And so I don't put anything past the detectives, past the government up here. New York City is like its own world. And sometimes I find it hard to trust any government entity here in New York City when I am working with them, when I am speaking with them. Like, I have a daughter who I've had dropped off with me, abandoned with me when she was 3 months. And I've had her since she was 3 months. She's 6 years old, going on 7 this year. And when I'm dealing with the government entities up here, it's just like, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just not to be trusted. Even the court system. I mean, it's just like they cannot be trusted. Shicey, grimy. An officer, I just feel like, just look at the stories for yourself. You have officers up here who have been in cahoots with things. You have NYCHA, which is like the project of New York City Housing Authority, like Atlanta Public Housing Authority. You have those up there. Wait a minute, hold the fuck up.
From what I understand, Wells Fargo froze her account to find out what was happening because it looked as if someone has been nefarious close to her. Who is the person that is taking advantage of Wendy?
The guardianship stemmed from a financial standpoint. I think the bank felt like something was taking place that Wendy didn't approve of, and they involved the court.
Excuse me. Anyway, the documentary, though, was one of the best documentaries that I've seen in a long time. I think that this documentary was definitely on the level of The Last Days of Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Man, it is amazing how the mysteries of life work. I mean, after every dark night, there is a bright day. And that always gives me hope. Sort of like the song Waterfalls. Well, let me back up for a minute. So, hey, I wrote that song from my heart. Turned out to be our biggest hit.
TLC's old countless number of records, but record sales to me aren't what success is in my eyes. The most important thing to me is that I take my experiences and the knowledge that I have and share it with the world.
Real fucking great, man.
It's gonna be left eye to cameraman.
I'm getting my skills on as a professional photographer.
I never shut the camera on. The camera followed me into my dreams. You get to see it from my point of view.
Part of the purpose of the documentary is so that people can get to know me up close and personal. Throughout my career, I've gone through several things. And, I've been called crazy. I pretty much just want to set the record straight.
I try to dig into myself as well.
Okay, it's recording. Give me on that side. My bad side right there. What are you looking forward to on this trip right here? Releasing all the toxins from out of my body.
I'm looking forward to 30 days of focusing totally on self.
I hope that, in a month you see some major changes. That's what this trip is all about. Coming here and getting the stuff on tape so you can see what 30 days in the bush can do for you. So, that is the plan. But I always say that that's the plan because things always change.
That's a documentary that I've watched over the years, over and over. Like when you go back and watch Home Alone, when you go back and watch Waiting to Exhale or Nutty Professor, I've gone back and watched The Last Days of Lisa Left Eye Lopez so much. Every time I get a new friend over the years, every time I have gotten close to somebody new or something like that, or even just randomly, I've always looked this movie up and just always watched The Last Days of Lisa Left Eye Lopez. It's a very deep documentary and every time I look at it, I discover something new. And even if it's about myself, even if there's some type of peace that comes over me or something about that documentary, she put her heart and soul into it, and it felt like she also surrendered her life. Not that she killed herself, not that Lisa Left Eye Lopez decided to end her own life, but it was as if she surrendered her life, surrendered herself. No, it's okay. It was his eye. I don't know what's going on my dog eye. One of his eyes is like keep blinking, looks kind of foggy, and he's only like 8 years old, and he's a beagle poodle mix. So he's a beagle poo. He looks like a toy poodle. He's very small, but I don't know what's going on with his eye. I've had him since he was like 6 weeks, and I love him so much. I don't know what's going on with his eye. Oh my God. And I don't want to take him to the doctor, and they just charge me so much for bullshit, because there's been so many times where Jay and I have fixed him at home, and he was perfectly fine. We've watched YouTube videos, literally, and fixed him at home, whatever we needed to do. That did not involve blood per se. We've done those, little small things ourselves, and he's gotten better. With this pink eye thing, all we can think to do is get some eye drops or something and hope that it gets over it, because it says that they don't really do anything for dogs with pink eye. And we don't know if it's pink eye. We see some redness at the top, but we really don't know what's going on. I love him so much. If he going on to glory, at least I know he going on to glory and ain't got to buy no more dog food. But I love him. Anyway, I'm just talking shit. I'll be crying like hell.
Am I yelling?
You're fine.
Sorry. Him. Long, hard, and fast. I will smoke what I smoke, and I will liquor when I liquor, and I will eat what I eat. How dare him?
Wendy was really tripping on this documentary. So anyway, Will, because I got it playing right here in my face, on my laptop, on my computer. Will is, like I said, is her manager, and Wendy at one point in this documentary said that her guardian, who every time they said this guardian's name, which we know is a she because Will referred to her as she, unless those are just her pronouns. Maybe she was not born as a she, I don't know, but her pronouns are she and her. She apparently is someone who doesn't want to be told, and every time they say her name, they redact her name from it. Wendy has Sean Zanotti around her, which is her publicist, who just recently came over when this documentary got here to be around her more often, to hang out with her. She has been working with Wendy for the period of time of the Wells Fargo situation, where somebody tried to take a large amount and they blamed it on her son, Kevin Jr., out of her account, and that's why Wells Fargo sold up her money. I say sold up, funky Dineva.
Some people over there at Wendy House ain't telling the truth. All right? Listen, y'all. And listen to me good. None of what's circulating about Wendy right now is the truth. None of it is the truth. All right. Now Wells Fargo got her money all sold up or whatever the case may be. The lymphedema, your legs ain't swollen up that bad that you can't sit your ass on that damn purple chair. Then it was the early onset dementia. I don't know, and I ain't got no Miss Cleo running through my DNA, but I always speculated that Wendy had got back on that stuff.
Zanotti was put on Wendy's team as her publicist after that situation by Wendy's attorney. So since Wendy's oh Jesus, she just showed her feet. My God, they look horrible. But Sean Zanotti is here, and Sean Zanotti is actually not a life coach. He's not a manager or anything. So she is having drinks with Wendy, and Wendy also said that Will has drinks and everybody around her has drinks. So why can't she?
So while you look at that, can I ask you a question about liquor?
Every day that I come here, I look for alcohol, just in case.
Where's the place you found it before?
I found it like in the bathroom, under the bathroom cabinets, sometimes in closets. I just find it and pour it out, to be honest.
Liquor. Why do you like liquor? Like, why do you like to drink?
Because I can.
When you have a drink, like, what, did you just have it just a habit, or is it because you're stressed out, or you're bored, or what?
No, just because I care for it. I have to tell you, you know I've been dealing with issues with addiction, alcoholism, and I have a whole new life that I plan for myself and my son. And I've always been bored. And Will stole my Kettle One. How dare you? I own this apartment.
We should just cut this for a second.
I'm calling Will. Why don't we order in some liquor? No. Will? What do you like? Champagne?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have champagne along with the blues that I like.
Sean interview, take one, Mark. So when we got out of the car last night, what happened? When the cameras were pulled away, did you guys go find a babe? Did you come home?
Oh no, we came back. Yeah, we ended up coming back here, coming back home and eating and having. Actually, we didn't even eat. Yeah, and talking.
So there has been on record that she did have, a problem with alcohol, right? That's public knowledge. Are you worried about that at all? Like
right now, I'm not. The reason why is I really feel she knows how to control herself.
As long as she has people around who are yes people, the same thing is always going to occur where she would ultimately just find any excuse to be by herself so she can get back to drinking.
Ginger ale? Of course.
Excuse me? Do you have wine?
Yes.
Let me see.
White, red?
You know what? White.
How about nice? Everything I let's call.
Okay.
It's one of the best that we have.
I'll take it. Thanks. But I'm serious about.
Go to the bathroom.
I've been kind of.
Postman, no wine, nothing. No liquor, please.
I like payment.
Can you bring us something that is like virgin?
I like white. I can make like a martini.
Yeah, make us something virgin.
I think that my mom has done a great job making it seem like everything is okay always.
Kevin does not want his mother utilizing any substances. He has a no alcohol policy. He's always stressed that to me. He doesn't want her drinking a drop of liquor.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, when she's in New York, she doesn't have anybody to really call on, to really want to do anything with her, unless they're being paid. I think that once she realizes that, that's when the lonely feeling really sets in. That's when self-sabotage occurs.
Do you miss your family?
No, I don't.
You don't miss your family at all?
No.
Do you miss Kevin? You miss your son?
What?
I'm just asking.
Excuse me?
Yes.
My only child.
Yes.
Of course.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
And she drinks and smokes e-pens. And it just looks like, we're heading down the same path of self-sabotage.
You ready to go or you good? You still eating?
No, please. Don't forget my wine. I love vodka. And the problem is with Wanda. She's my sister. You love Wanda. I love Wanda, but she hates that I love alcohol. You understand?
Sound speed. Wendy.
That.
A coffee?
There's more than coffee.
Oh. So you had a mimosa this morning? It's a big mimosa, Wendy.
Relax.
So, were you excited to see Kevin?
Yes.
There's some tissue or anything? You good?
No.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Please be here. I'll be here. I miss my family.
Do you miss your family?
No, I don't.
You don't miss your family at all?
No. I miss my family.
You can't keep going on like this. This is just not working out. She can't do it by herself.
She's trying.
Unfortunately. I think that they just need to have somebody here 24/7. That's really the only option.
Long, hard, and fast. I will smoke what I smoke, and I will liquor when I liquor. And I will eat what I eat. How dare him? How dare him? I control me.
Did you drink this whole thing today?
Yes. No.
But, okay, let's just have a quick conversation about this. Don't you feel like maybe this is a bit excessive?
Why?
Because we have a lot of business
I'm
things
not
going on. I never said you was drunk, but I just don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if you need this right now.
You.
So you think you're perfectly fine having as many drinks as you want?
Perfectly.
Okay. But I'm just gonna put it downstairs to keep it cool.
Keep it there.
Okay.
Keep it there.
How concerned are you about Wendy's drinking and why?
I really just, I can't do this alone. I would be lying to you if I would think that I could conquer alcoholism, alone.
Do you want to stop drinking?
No. And Will drinks. I bet we all drink. Why can't I?
And that is one of the issues. You cannot be around her and have drinks and be saying, stop having drinks, stop having drinks, stop having drinks, Wendy. But you're constantly coming around her smelling like alcohol. You're constantly coming around her drinking. I think that is totally just completely I guess the word is unethical. Like it's just out of this world that you would think it's okay to go and smell like alcohol, have drinks in front of Wendy, and she's gonna be fine and not have drinks. And then when you don't want her to drink, hey Wendy, stop drinking. No, y'all have to be squeaky clean, completely squeaky clean to help this lady out. And it's so unfortunate because I just don't see alcohol being an issue. But my grandmother on my dad's side, who is white, had that issue. My white grandmother was in a rehab. She dealt with a very serious alcohol issue that she had. But I don't have that issue. Like I drink, but I can't drink that much. I have to drink little bits because I have a very low tolerance and I'll throw up, and I don't get belligerent when I'm drunk. I get actually sick. I get like sick on the stomach and nauseous, and I just never can. I kill the party. I can never continue going when I drink, but I can smoke and have a great time. But when I drink, it's like, oh God, I gotta go home. I'm fucked up. Oh my God, I'm about to throw up. Oh my God, like I get really not down because it's not down. I get sick. I get like nauseous. Vodka, anything. I don't know. Maybe there's some drink out there that doesn't make me nauseous or sick, and I can continue drinking and not feel it come up on me or something. I don't know. I don't know. But drinking is not my thing. Smoking though, marijuana is my thing. Okay, I'm about to hit the blunt right now. Anyway,
Smoke weed every day. 420. Hey now, blow one for your girl. All right, I don't do this anymore, but I remember how it felt. When you smoke your weed and you just feel, and then you just feel so chill and mellow. You just feel like wave. I have glaucoma. Damn it, man. Ooh-wee. Give me a shotgun.
this was a documentary on a whole nother level. Okay, I still would give Lisa Left Eye Lopez this top rating over this, but this has to come in next place. And of course the documentary for R. Kelly was very captivating, very intriguing, very shocking, and that was really good. But this documentary is number 2 on my list, and Last Days of Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and that's a documentary about a celebrity person's life. and lifestyle or whatever. This was just on a whole nother level. Like I said, Kevin thinks that Will is a jewel. I'm sure that they were trying to set a stage and show us how Will was. The first thing he said, like I said, when he got on camera for his interview is, can I see the shot before y'all put it in? I want to make sure I look fresh. I want to make sure I look like money.
Okay, this is a camera. Will interview. Take one.
Showtime. Can I at least see the shot first, please? I just want to make sure I look like money. I look like something? Okay.
Good.
I want to make sure I look like money. At some point, Wendy said that this guardian is stealing money from her. She feels like this guardian is stealing money from her.
I had billions of dollars.
So you said you had billions.
I know exactly what I had.
Okay.
So in other words, has stolen from my account.
How can she say this and not, and not rectify the situation, not have somebody step in and figure out if this is actually true? Just shows that her cognitive and her ability to handle things and do things is not there. I don't understand why she isn't taking it upon herself to ask the same driver who she has driving her around everywhere to take her to the court so she can tell the courts that the guardian that you guys have appointed to me is stealing my money, instead of gossiping about it to somebody else. I don't know. She also, like I said, was being very nasty and made you feel like, you know what, fuck Wendy, she deserved everything that she get. She told the girl that she wished she would get lipo. She felt like her hair was great, her face is good, but she looked down at her body and was like, ugh. Also yelled at the girl like, get up. She pushed the exercise guy, the fitness guy who was helping her. She's talking to the driver any kind of fucking way. She's talking to the producer of Lifetime, who's questioning her during the interview to any kind of way, telling him to get the hell out of her room. She doesn't want to see her face. Talking to her stylist any kind of way, saying she can't stand her. I mean, she was really being nasty and rude in this documentary over and over and over again. And it just felt like, wow, Wendy. Another thing, Wendy vapes too much. I don't know if she's gonna have like popcorn lung later on in life or what, but she is vaping a lot and drinking a lot. That was one of the main things that they had a problem with, trying to get rid of alcohol. At least that's what Will made it seem like.
You know, one of the things I think her fans are concerned about is her health. Are you concerned at all about her mental health?
In regards to Wendy's health, like, I'm not going to say that I'm concerned as if I'm worried about her.
I know what I'm going to wear.
Okay, so why is it out?
Grab some.
I don't see it. We're going to show you something.
Chanel.
All right, Wendy.
No.
No.
I didn't even see it yet.
I didn't even look.
I don't care.
All right, so what about the jacket?
How about this jacket?
No. I have Chanel.
This jacket is amazing.
No.
Okay.
You just naturally say no for everything?
Yes. You do have Chanel.
Talk your talk.
Well, you wore Chanel the last time on camera.
I could give two.
You want to repeat the Chanel?
Is it new Chanel? Something we've never seen before?
So which Chanel did you want to wear? Your Chanel sweater, or are you talking about your Chanel jewelry?
Please, go away. I don't care for her.
Okay, but why? Can you explain to me why you don't care for her? Because before you liked her.
Now I don't.
Okay. Let's get you in the car. Oh, I'm sorry.
Stop.
All right. You're just being hospitable.
Move away. Gentlemen, I'm taking pictures on my own.
Is it a photo session?
Come.
Let's do it.
Only one coat, please.
You only want? Okay.
Yes, just one. Are you married?
I'm not married.
Do you want to get married?
Maybe, yeah. I think so.
Yes. You want to have kids?
One.
One is done.
That's all I want.
Oh God. What are you doing?
This just make sure that the
No, take this off.
Okay.
You said the same thing. Take that off. Are you stupid? She's disgusted with me. That's okay. Young Diller.
Do you support your son right now? Because you got him an apartment, right, in Miami.
First of all,
you want him to have...
Go out, please.
Okay.
Because I'm done with you.
Okay.
Asking, do I support, is the wrong word.
Okay, tell me.
Who the are you?
Exactly. But do you want him to...
Okay. My son, financially and also health-wise, is the best.
I didn't think that was...
Leave me alone. Go away. Go away. Go away.
About to leave right now, and Jamal and Sean are going to go back to the house.
We need to find the blue. The blue.
So we're going to order.
We need to find the blue that I like and then go back to the apartment. Well, excuse me, I said the blue. This is so big.
So we're going to...
I have no idea.
Are you worried about Wendy?
This stage of her life, yeah. From when I first met Wendy, she had a beautiful personality. Now it's just like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what she's going through, but it's getting very intense.
Hey. Hey, Wendy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm not speaking to you. Just drive.
I've worked with Wendy for about a year now. I've been fired, I think, twice.
What do you do wrong?
That time we had a conversation about drinking. She got pissed off.
What happened?
She wanted to get a drink, and I told her no. Said, you're fired.
And what's she like?
Some days are better than others. You know, some days she's fine. Some days she's a little crazy.
No.
You know how Wendy can be a bit brash sometimes. Was that always the Wendy you knew?
Mom has tougher skin than most people, so she expects other people to have tough skin.
Okay. I am so bored that I can't wait to get to California. Yeah. I wish you would get liposuction. Okay. You know, and this is great. And the hair is everything.
I have very thick skin.
No, thank you.
Got it. I know that she cares about me. I know that she knows that I'm like a ride or die for her.
I can't do long because of my foot problem.
Yeah.
So I'm not wearing stuff like that.
That's progressed, and at this point, I think it's just hit ahead.
Go downstairs, please, and order something and make you fatter.
Okay. All right. See you in a sec.
Nice to meet you.
Wow.
But there's some times where Wendy's just a little bit more aggressive. She's just a little bit more demanding. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's something special in her water. At the end of the day, she's probably one of the biggest personalities that we've seen in quite some time.
Wendy has always been very provocative. Whether you loved her, whether you hated her, you wanted to listen to her. And there were times you really, really wanted to hate her. Like the Free Britney comments.
Free Britney. Leave Britney alone. How dare you, Mr. Spears? You had me fooled. And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
You know, now she's under financial guardianship and she's the story. To be frank, it's hard to see Wendy as a victim because of all the ill will she has engendered with some people. You know, you could go in YouTube comments and that would just be fans saying, oh, just desserts, right? You know, karma coming back to bite her.
You do have some haters out there. Some. When you say it like you mean it, you have to be prepared for people to not want to be around you because you are a pariah.
Somebody put a spell on you. Until you do right by all these famous people, honey, everything you do gonna fall and crumble. I don't know what Celie said, or what she said on there, but I know that it feels like Wendy must have been cursed. Something has come down on Wendy, and then where are all her famous friends? This whole Black China thing just felt like a gimmick. It did feel genuine. I must admit, it felt very genuine with Black China coming in, expressing herself and talking all soft and everything. It felt very genuine, but then again, it felt like, you know, was this staged? Did Will have something to do with getting this girl here because Will is fucking her on the low? And then it also have Wendy and Kevin ever paid Black China to have sex with her? Because the way she was all over Black China, and I know how this shit go. I've been an escort myself. My partner and I have escorted for a very long time with some high names around Atlanta and in other states as well, and even here in New York City, and that's a story for another day. And you do have to sign non-disclosures, but I don't know how it goes when a famous person is with another famous person. You know what I'm saying? And it just gives that Wendy, and you know, some people may be like, you're thinking far-fetched. It's really not far-fetched when you've lived the life and when you've been in it before. So it's like, that's why my mind is there already. Your mind isn't there because you ain't never done it. It's far away from your mind. You've never done it. You've never thought about doing it or anything like that. So it may seem far-fetched to you, but it's not far-fetched to me. I can imagine Black China getting paid to ride Kevin's dick while Wendy sits there and watch. Or you're gonna eat this pussy too, this old pussy. Eat this thyroid pussy. Eat this whatever else disease she got, lympho, whatever it is, pussy. You know?
This is stronger than the other side. Can I pull on you a little bit?
Mm-hmm. That feels good.
Good.
Breathe. That feels really good. Oh my God.
Thank you for allowing me to work with you. I need 8 to 12.
Even when she was doing her exercise, I was like, I was like, I need to get a doctor on the show because I wanted to know because the leg that was swollen, Wendy wears these high up, shorts, look like she has on no panties. And when she's lifting her leg, one leg is skinnier than the other, and they panned all the way up to her vagina where the shorts is up. Like she has a coochie wedgie. I don't know what the ladies call that. She has a coochie wedgie, and one lip is swoller than the other, and it looked like the lip that is on the the lip that's on the side where the leg was swole at. Like I need to ask the doctor, like, does the swelling go all the way up to the pussy lip? Because one pussy lip was swollen than the other, and I'm sorry to be so graphic, but I guess with my Aquarius mind, I just am very observative, and I realized that. And I was just like, what the fuck? And she was being so rude to this man, and I was just like, oh my God, Wendy, you're being so rude. How the fuck are you in this much pain and this much turmoil in your life right now, and you have room enough to be rude and talk to people in a careless way? I just found it totally ridiculous of Wendy, that she is, that she feels so entitled that she's able to speak to people this way. There's no humbleness about her. The level of humble doesn't exist in Wendy's whole being. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not humble at all. Her son Kevin is fine as hell. Her nephew is even finer. I was just like, these two boys are very, very handsome. And Wendy's brother is not an ugly old man. If he wanted to be a sugar daddy for Jay and I, or just for me, then that would be great. Because he's not an ugly old man. So many things that we say on this show, and we joke a lot, but we also are very serious too.
Kevin's in Miami, right?
Everyone's in Miami.
We have a small family. Outside of the adults, it's just me, Kevin, and my sister. Marker?
Tell me about your relationship with Wendy. Did you spend a lot of time with her as you were growing up as a kid?
I feel like both of us.
But people are more so surprised by how easily the people around her are agreeing and allowing this to continue. As long as she has people around who are yes people, the same thing is always going to occur, where she would ultimately just find any excuse to be by herself so she can get back to drinking.
There was a time where you came out and said that Wendy did not have dementia. You basically call that back, saying that something's going on.
I didn't believe she did. I wasn't aware of that.
Hi, Dad. Yeah.
I'm not going to speak on anything that I don't see or I don't know factually.
So, Kevin, I'm so glad you're here. Really. You are my brother. Let's keep it that way. You don't want to talk about the things that I know about you. For sure. If you want to talk on the internet, then you talk about the things that you think you know about yourself. By the way, do you like my dress, Tommy? Yes! He would like a dress like this. Excuse me, crew in the back.
Will made it seem like, and he had this girl Keisha, who it felt like it was just all so fake. Like his company hired Keisha, and you're telling me that Keisha was hired legitimately by Will. Keisha was hired legitimately by Will, and she's here to help Wendy. Yeah, no, I think that it's just a whole bunch of mess that Wendy got going on, and I promise you she would have a lot more money if she paid attention. You better believe a lot of her money is gone. A lot of her money is being stolen from her. A lot of her money is being taken from her, and there's nothing nobody can do about it until someone trustworthy who is not taking her money can come in and handle it. And I think the only person that can possibly do that is probably Alex Finney, Alex Finney, which is her niece. I think that she can be trusted enough to come in, count Wendy's coins, see where every dime is coming in and leaving out, and also manage and find the best manager for Wendy's life and make sure they report every fucking thing to the family, Wanda, and multiple people, so that there is no way for anyone to steal anything, because Kevin will be watching Wanda will be watching Kevin, Alex will be watching them both. You know, it needs to be the financial statements, everything, every residual check, every residual dime Wendy is receiving needs to be reported to someone who is trustworthy, multiple trustworthy people, so that everybody has the same status and these same stats. Will my skepticism with Will continued even more. Like I said, he situated himself. He said that he wanted to see the shot before they posted or before they put the shot together, because he wanted to make sure he looked like money. And he said, like I said, it was almost like he was asking a question with the question, but not really. Just like hesitating, ramping up, saying other words so that it can give him time to think of what he wanted to say next. He said that he bought jewelry for her. And it's just given that he bought cocaine for her. Like, I don't know if anybody else caught that, but it wasn't given that he bought jewelry for her. It was given that he buys cocaine for Wendy, and that Wendy had a say on who was going to be her manager, or who was going to manage her career. And she trusted him. And you know what? I would trust, I could trust a person who's been buying me coke for many, many years. A person who's been buying me coke for many years and ain't never slipped up and brought me no bullshit, no fentanyl. I think I can say that this person, and he never got in trouble or caught up or fucked up with the law. I think I would trust this person to manage my life too. That's just allegedly, okay? I don't know if he used to buy coke for Wendy, but it's giving that, you know, it just don't sound right. Like you met Wendy in many facets, the nightlife, and you used to buy jewelry for her. Like, no. It's giving what kind of jewelry? White jewelry that go up your nose, and you calling it jewelry, because it just doesn't make sense. And so your jewelry middleman turned manager for a what you call A-list celebrity, which Wendy is probably B-list, teetering tottering on the C-list line. But I don't know. It's just given, I don't trust Will. I don't trust Will. I don't trust her guardian, her court-appointed guardian, and I don't trust, I kind of do trust Sean Zanotti, okay? I fuck with Sean Zanotti, because the lady just got in. Although Sean come off as sneaky, she knew not to take Wendy to Cali and allow her to drink like that. No matter what, you don't let her drink like that. You should have told her no. You know, that was something, but, you know, can we hold that against Sean so much when it's just one time? And Will is with her how many times? And Will just bought her 15 bands. So that means Will is cashing the checks and Will is bringing her the cash. Is Wendy coherent enough to know what she's making and how much her residuals are? And is she coherent enough to be doing the math? Does she have a court-appointed accountant? What about that? Is this guardian a guardian of finances or guardian of Wendy's life and well-being? You know, I don't know. Questions to be asked, questions to be asked, and answers to be answered. I think that's all that I wanted to add. If Wendy had say-so in having Kevin put out of the courtroom that day, they said that, you know, she asked for liquor and a Whopper when asked, what do you need? And she wanted Kevin out. So if the courts are listening to her about certain things, why wouldn't anybody think that the courts clearly listened to her about Will being around her? Like I said, Will can't even fully answer how he met her in many facets, in the nightlife, and I used to get jewelry for her. No, you used to party with her. And we know in the coke world, in the drug world, we know party means snorting coke. Having some coke with your friend. Party means that. That's what party means in the coke world. Party means snorting coke. He didn't say that. He said party as in we used to have fun, have a good time. But it just makes me feel that way. And we know that Wendy struggled with cocaine. Look at him. I mean, I don't know. I just don't trust him. And Wendy having some cognitive issues, why would they allow her to choose who her manager is? Her jeweler turned manager. He's now her manager. Like, if she has cognitive issues, you guys allow her to say bye Kevin, hello Will. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think he's getting some money on the back end, and he already getting it on the front end because she got to pay him for working, but he definitely doing shit on the back end. As soon as she leaves and you put her in the rehab, which she says she don't know why the fuck you did it and why the guardian did it, and you tried to play like, yeah, this is why. When you put her away, you also sold the shit out of her house or got rid of the stuff in her house. Why couldn't she be there and be a part of it? Why did she have to be put away because she needed rest, blah, 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 and then you decided to clear the apartment? Granted, Wendy did say she was already selling some things in the apartment to buy liquor or whatever, but why would you do that? And then not only that, you are the one bringing her wads of cash. How do we know that you're not making her believe that you sold her things that she wanted sold and you actually just took her own money and showed her her own money and said, hey, here's what you made off of these few items, when in fact you got your homies from Harlem or Brooklyn coming down to get the shit and just showing Wendy her same money. You know, I don't know. It just give me he doing something slick. I don't know that to be true. I don't know. This is just my speculation and in my opinion, I feel like he's not right. And he just sneaky and he's not to be trusted. Him nor the Guardian. I don't know. And if they're doing that, if they're doing court appointed guardians, then do a court appointed independent accountant that can come in and account for all of the money, all of everything, and see what the hell Will has been making on the front and the back end if you can. But I don't know. I just don't trust it. I just felt really, really, really bad for Wendy Williams. A comeback happening, I don't know how, and I don't know when. I don't know what it would look like. You know, they even took her down to NBC to speak to NBC, and this lady said she wanted to wear this, what she had on, and told them that at NBC. And I just wonder if those ladies, they said that the meeting was full of ladies. I wonder if those ladies could express what their thoughts were when speaking to Wendy Williams in this meeting. Of course, they can't because they signed contracts about everything, so they could not express. But I am pretty damn sure that if they could, they would probably say that Wendy came in, inebriated.
That meeting was amazing.
It went really well.
Can you believe that?
Which was great.
Beautiful. They just wanted to get an idea of what would the show look like, how, the dynamics of what that would be.
And I said, I want to wear stuff like this.
She did.
And then I took off my boots and showed my feet. They were like, wow.
Seemingly very much so under the influence. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that her life is this way. I hope that they are able to fix this for Wendy and clear all this up. I mean, including her damn feet. I think that at some point they need to just chop those mugs off for real. And I think that at some point Wendy needs to have somebody come in, some independent person come in and evaluate her surroundings, and have a separate person come in and evaluate her cointages and make sure her cointages are doing well. Her niece comes off as a very trustworthy person, but she also comes off as very jealous of the fact that Wendy has people around her who who she feels is stealing from her. And it comes off as if the family is wanting a piece of Wendy's money, so you guys want her with y'all so bad, not just because y'all love her, y'all want to care for her well-being, but y'all also, and not to say that they want to steal the money, they want to be worried about what she has. They want to be all in her bank account and know how much Wendy got, how much she's spending, how much she's making, how much she's holding on to. They want to be all in the Kool-Aid.
There have been stories suggesting that the family may have exploited her financially.
Well, there's a lot of blogs that come out, and the accusation was made that the entire family is trying to steal her money.
Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money.
So my mom made me power of attorney because at that time, the banks were trying to, around that time they started accusing the family of doing things that weren't true and saying that my mom wasn't fit to make choices on her own.
Now, eventually that turns into, can I have some money? Can you pay for this? Can you pay for that? But I think Wendy's choice to allow Will into her life like this may not be the best. I'm not going to say Will is not the best, because maybe he is the right person for this, and maybe he is deserving of more money. But I feel that Will may be stealing money from her, and I say that in a way of course he's getting paid by her. He has to get paid, but if he's the one cashing the checks, he also stated at one point that he created her a separate bank account. She said at one point Bank of America, which we know Wells Fargo was the one got the money tied up, but Bank of America is something that Wendy stated in this documentary that she was getting money out of her Bank of America account. So You know, maybe that's what he did, but it just seems like he would be paying himself too. Wendy is the one signing off on these checks, but it seems like he would be the one telling Wendy how many hours I worked and this is how much I need, and also on the back end taking something, because clearly he's the one bringing her cash. He's bringing her cash. So where's he getting it from? Is he cashing her checks on her behalf, or is the guardian who don't want her name told, who Wendy just accused to her niece of stealing money from her?
I had.
Okay.
So in other words, has stolen from my account. Right?
I don't know because I'm not involved in your finances, but if you have proof and evidence of that.
Well.
She says she feels like this woman is stealing money from her. This guardian, they redacted her name every time they mentioned her name. She feels like this woman is stealing money. Is the woman stealing money from Wendy? I think that somebody's taking some money from Wendy. She's careless. She's completely careless. She's a rich ass woman and she's careless. And she is going through it right now. I think that this was a great documentary. I think that, Kevin, whether he took money or not, they were ready for him to be away from being her guardian or her medical proxy or whatever, because you know what? He has too much influence from his father, her ex-husband, who people continue to blame for her downfall, which he is a part of it. I don't think he's the sole blame of it, because like this documentary stated, her mother died, COVID happened, and this baby and this divorce happened. All of that was something that broke her. But what mostly, what we can say, fueled that was this baby being born and her having to end this long relationship with such a good friend of hers and her baby father, her child's father. I feel really bad for Wendy. I feel really bad for Kevin. I feel bad that Kevin doesn't have his mother anymore. And that's point blank period. He does not have his mother anymore. And the way he spoke broke my heart. It's kind of like Monique's son. Monique don't understand that we're taking her son's side over her. There are a lot of people who taking Monique's side, but there's more people taking her son's side. And what we want Monique to do is shut the hell up and keep us on her side. Because right now, we love Monique, and it's a lot of people sticking with her with all the activist stuff she's doing, but it's becoming just overwhelming. You keep talking about Oprah and Tyler Perry. At what point are you going to let it go and move on and allow God to give you peace and rest in your heart and your mind and your spirit and your soul about it, without them having to apologize? Every time somebody asks you in an interview, I don't want to speak about those two and that situation. I am moved on from that. But no, Monique, you keep giving life to that situation by breathing into it instead of letting it go. And that's what this feels like. We are absolutely on Kevin's side when we hear Kevin speak in this documentary. He speaks so intellectually, so intellectual. He speaks so, highly educated. And he had a tone of hurt. He had a tone of disappointment. He had a tone that was confused at some points. Sitting in front of his mom was just very awkward. And the awkward part was we have lights and camera on us. And I can't disrespect you the way I want to. You drunk bitch. I ain't got no goddamn money. You send your skinny punk ass across this goddamn seat with 2 wigs on your head, talking to your damn self when we walking up. That's what he's disrespectful ass want to say, because he's from New York and his daddy was fucked up. And I'm only joking. But Wendy did saying horrible things. Wendy said Kevin says horrible things to her. She stated that at one point in this documentary, that she speaks to him and he's saying and he's always saying horrible things to me or something like that.
So wait, how often do you talk to Kevin?
Whenever I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes he's got terrible things to say.
Wendy and her son, to my knowledge, have a good relationship. I've heard gripes, but that's natural. She loves him. She cares about her son. And he loves his mom too.
Which I can imagine. He's one of those kids who's fed up. And so he's at his tipping point where he just speaks to his mom and father in a way that comes off disrespectful, but in fact, it's something bottled up. And because he has it bottled up on the outside, the lubrication on the outside of this bottle is attitude, anger, madness. So What we got to do is pop the bottle open and allow for him to spill his emotions, spill his feelings, and how he feel about both of y'all. Kevin, his father, Senior, and Wendy, and all that he's been through. Like Wanda said, ain't nobody been through nothing like this little boy. He been through a lot, and he has had to go through a lot with a mother who everybody hated all his school life, you know, getting into it with Whitney, messing with Destiny Childs, bothering Mariah Carey all the time, calling men gay all the time, got people making threats to her and Kevin. You know what I'm saying? He's had to endure all of this, and I commend him for keeping a good head on. You know what I'm saying? He's vegan. He looks very healthy. He looked high on weed, but I guess that's okay because everybody's smoking weed now. But it's just so unfortunate. He does not have his mother anymore, and it's just unfortunate. Kevin, if you're watching this, nephew, if you're watching this, man, I would love to smoke a blunt with those two and just have a conversation. You know, have a conversation about their aunt and their life growing up. And it's a smooth conversation, a real smooth conversation. But anyway, this is I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about the documentary. Her sister came on, her dad came on, her brother came on. Do I feel like it was exploitation? I don't know, because I loved it so much and I wanted it so much and I anticipated it so much. I was waiting on something like this to drop. So I don't know if I even look at it as exploitation, because all these famous people do it. Like I said, Lisa Left Eye Lopez recorded her own documentary. Wendy Williams basically essentially recorded this herself, because as you've seen, executive produced by Wendy D. Williams, the first name and the first credit there, ending and beginning of all 4 parts, Wendy Williams. So although she sued them a couple of days before releasing it, thinking that the judge would grant her stay order, they ended up dropping it because she didn't give a good enough reason, and she signed a contract, and the judge is automatically going to fulfill this contract if there is not a good enough reason for him to stop it. Unfortunately, he closed out her case and without prejudice, so she can file it again, but the show must go on. So I don't know. This was a great documentary. She kept forgetting a lot of stuff. She kept forgetting a lot of stuff too. She forgot where she stayed, her old house. She told the parking rangers guy, I guess that's where he was, you know, I didn't stay here at Wendy Williams Way. I stayed around the block. The lady was like, hold the fuck up. We did a whole ceremony right here. You told us you stay in this house. You sure you don't stay in this house? I don't know. You tell me. I don't remember. I'm like, oh my God, poor Wendy. She even looked at her brother and said, Kevin, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I am. I'm so glad you're here. That was Tommy, not Kevin, Wendy. She called him Kevin. She even at one point said, they have to understand, NBC, they have to understand that the show cannot be here in Miami. It has to be in New York. And so they asked, Wendy, where are we right now? We're in California. Okay. And the show can't be here. No, it cannot be. It has to be in New York City. And so maybe that was just a slip up or a mistake. But those type of things kept happening throughout the documentary, where she was forgetting things. She even said, I don't know where I am right now. This doesn't look familiar at some point. She even had the driver drive past the Wendy Williams show, Sherri Shepherd show. She kept saying the Wendy Williams show / Sherri Shepherd show. And then I'm going to show you where the story is. Although they were at the store, the driver went a shortcut way where he didn't have to go up West 23rd Street, which is where the Wendy Williams Sherri Shepherd show sits at in Manhattan. He didn't have to go that way. He went a different way that was a shortcut that would have got them there without going through the traffic at the time that they were there. And Wendy didn't think so, because she recalled the way that they usually go. And I guess he was just trying to avoid going past the Wendy show. He didn't want to show that. And she kept yelling, go past the Wendy show and go to the store. I will show you where it is. He did that after she berated this young lady, Sean Zanotti, for getting the wrong tobacco vape pen. Just went in on this girl over and over and over again.
This is one she usually goes to, right? Yeah. Okay.
Just get the blue.
Okay. You know, I wonder if, you know, and I
do you know Wendy Williams? She comes in here all the time. She told me you would know what she get.
Yeah, I know. This is not the blue that I go to. And this person does another Wendy Williams show.
Try this one. Is this one better? He said that's the other one.
I said, give the...
This isn't... Okay.
Look.
Okay.
Sean,
Yes.
give the back and let's go.
Okay.
Doesn't know about New York.
She had the driver drive around. He passes the Wendy show, comes back around, back to the same smoke shop, which is on the corner of the Wendy show. Here's the store. Here's the Wendy show. Here's the store. Here's the Wendy show. And when he did that, she still didn't feel like that was the right store. She still just felt like, what the fuck?
This is not the Blue that I go to. Why did it take so long?
Well, he couldn't find the right one, and this is the only one he had. I hope this is the right one you need.
First of all, you didn't go past the Wendy Williams show or the Sherri Shepherd show.
We're gonna go past her now.
Yeah.
All right, that's where we need to go past. And this person doesn't know the Wendy Williams show.
Is that the correct one? That's all he said he had. He said that's what you usually get.
What the is this? This is open it. I don't even know what it is.
Okay, because if not, he told me to bring it right back in.
Go past the Wendy Williams show. Go past the Sherri Shepherd show.
That's the Wendy Williams show.
Okay, stay right. Stay right.
This is the same. Yeah, this is the one we were just at.
Oh my God. Okay, driver. I said go past the Wendy Williams show.
We did that. We just did that.
Do it again. Do it again. I'm not going to this place. Go. Drive past the Wendy Williams show. Thanks.
It's the third time you went.
Excuse me. Can you drive a little bit faster? And you know, we won't get stopped by the police. I'm famous. And I never go out. And everything that I have on is delicious. Go past the Sherri Shepherd show.
This is on 26th Street.
Give the back, please. Give it back. And don't take more than 2 seconds. Yes.
We go here all the time. We just went here on Friday.
But I can't wait to get to California. Excuse me?
We go here all the time for the blues.
Listen. You're supposed to go past the Wendy Williams show.
Okay, but
make a right.
This is where we get the blues from every time.
No, excuse me. I do it because I don't want to argue with you. But as a driver, you're just a driver.
Try this one. Is this one better? He said that's the other one. I returned it because that's all they had in there. So.
Go! Drive!
We're not here.
It's right here. The smoke shop right there. Same one.
We just passed it.
Same one.
Oh, okay.
This is all too much.
Wendy, these are the two. Is it this one or this one? These are all they have in there. I opened up both boxes.
This is not blue.
Or this one. Both of them, they said blue.
Just drive. I'm sorry, driver.
Don't move yet, please.
Okay.
So the people had to come, Lifetime had to come, producers, breaking the fourth wall by showing themselves, showing their paperwork, showing all their equipment, and just basically telling Wendy, we have to go, we have to wrap up for today. This is it for today. We have to come back and see you tomorrow. We will order you some. She kept trying to tell her, and Wendy kept over talking the lady. They were going to order Wendy some blue vape pens. They were going to order it for Wendy, and she kept over talking them and not hearing the producer say it. She kept trying to explain to her that she was going to order them, but Wendy kept forgetting things. So does Wendy have dementia? We don't technically know. We only know by Kevin's mouth and what Kevin says he knows. But Wendy does have a drinking problem. Wendy does have a cognitive issue where she's forgetting things, where she's saying the wrong thing. And this shit started back on the show. She used to say, started putting the wig up here, the notes up here, because she was forgetting so much shit. And so I don't think it was just because of Kevin's situation. I think it got worse because of that. But whatever was going on at home, Wendy does a good job at wrapping up her life. She has always wrapped up her life with a bow very well, even if it's a mess behind this wrapping paper. She always made it look so pretty and like nothing was going on in her life. And they did a really good job doing that, even down to the snorting coke. She explained that recently, one of her latest episodes, that she was getting high on the show, on the Wendy Williams show, as far as some years ago, she said. I forgot how many years ago she said, but she had, I think, if she does have dementia, coke, crack, alcohol, ass beatings, and curses is what I feel like caused it. Even her feet, those monsters of a thing. But I feel so horrible for Wendy. This is so unfortunate that Wendy Williams is dealing with all that she is dealing with. And as she put it, no money. and she kept talking about this podcast, and it's like the podcast is not happening, Wendy. I don't know. Something's not right. Did Sherri Shepherd talk about it today? I don't know. I didn't watch Sherri Shepherd. Maybe she did talk about it, but I see that Sherri Shepherd seems like she is making it an effort to not speak negatively about Wendy. But I know that if Wendy passed away, Lord forbid, the show would do an entire bid about her. But when it comes down to news and bad news about Wendy, Sherri steers clear from giving any commentary on news or information regarding Wendy Williams, which I think is a great look. I think it's a great look for them not to mention Wendy unless it's giving sentiments to Wendy and keeping it short and quick and move on. Do not dwell, because then people begin to reminisce and, you're not Wendy. I forgot about Wendy. Sherri's not Wendy. Damn, how fun was her? So we're trying to brainwash people into believing that you're funny and you're great TV, when Sherri is just sometimes just so boring and not funny. I don't know. Add Kim and Sherri show in the morning. Anyway, I am Rico Bellucci. I don't really know what else I could say about this. I am out of here. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Baby, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I didn't know you was over here.
You had a big doctor day today. 3 doctors.
Yes.
So you saw a thyroid doctor, right? And then did you see a neurologist?
I guess so. I guess to find out if I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I'm only supposed to have one doctor, and that's for the thyroid. The other 2 doctors are because my money's stuck in Wells Fargo. Yes. And tomorrow I go to the psychiatrist to find out, how are you feeling? So what's been happening? Excuse me. No, I don't need a therapist. For what?
So I appreciate you guys for listening. I am Rico Bellucci.
And I'm Jay Bellucci.
And when I say I am Rico Bellucci, I mean go look me up on Instagram at Rico Bellucci. At Rico Bellucci is my Instagram.
Is my Instagram name Jay?
Your Instagram is at Jay Bellucci, at Jay Bellucci, at Rico Bellucci. Know that we have been together for 10 years, all right? And we've been married for a while now, and I am very much so in love. Okay, we do have our issues. We can't stand each other sometimes, to a point where it's just like, I'm leaving you, and a lot of relationships get like that, where it's like, I'm done, we're about to break up, fuck you, and it's a lot of marriages that are like that, especially when you're together for 10 years. I know a lot of people who've been together longer than that would say this is just the hump, the start, but you've made it a long way.
At some point, that's what Michelle Obama said about Barack, that 10 years was the hump they had to get over.
Exactly, and it is the hump. You're right at the hump, and now you're about to start.
The top of that hump is the peak of the bullshit, if you ain't know.
Right. Where you feel like you're at your wit's end, and I think that if anybody hear me say at Rico Bellucci, at Jay Bellucci, and think that I'm talking calm right now, but I want you to know Jay knows that I'm not fucking playing. If you think that you're gonna go to Jay's page and
there's nothing that happens that he don't know about, okay?
I'm gonna see it.
There's nothing that happens that he does not know about.
I'm gonna pay attention.
Okay.
I'm attention.
So
make sure you guys don't be stupid.
Period.
Don't message Jay no stupid shit. I know how gorgeous Jay is, but don't think you can get off of here and get froggy. All right, you get froggy, I'm a bullfrog. All right, or whatever the biggest frog is on the planet.
Y'all want to be going through that don't go through my phone shit? I will hand him my phone. Here.
Well, you guys, what you do is make sure you check out the podcast. The podcast is coming really, really, really soon, like within a couple of weeks. All right, the podcast is coming. And the podcast is, when you go to OnlyFans, search for what is it? Dictations? Dictations.
DICK. DICTIONS. Dictations.
Yes, with your instructor, Jay. All right?
Dictator.
With your dictator, Jay. I'm sorry.
And you're the dignitary.
Right. And we will see you guys over there really soon. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere at The Urban Binge, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, at The Urban Binge, anywhere on social media, at Rico Bellucci, at Jay Bellucci. And thank you guys so much. We will see you guys soon. I'm tired.
Tired. I'm hungry, and she hungry. Come on, let's go eat.
Bye. All right, see you guys later. We're out.
It was just a blessing in disguise.